All right, so I've been debating for a while whether or not I even wanted to make this video in the first place, or what I would say if I did. I've decided that I do want to make it because I feel it's necessary for me to be able to move on, but a point that my brother has been trying to drive home to me for a while is that I don't owe anyone anything. The other reason is that I'm not the only human being on this planet, and I've been a direct beneficiary of other people opening up and sharing their thoughts on certain subjects. And so, I don't know, maybe somebody else would get something out of this, and that would be a positive as well. So, a year ago, I posted a video and I won the YouTube lottery, and I felt miserable because I felt that I didn't deserve it. And while I felt I didn't deserve it, I also somehow in my brain convinced myself that that was the new benchmark for success. And if that anything fell below that benchmark, I was a failure. And so those two things together meant that I didn't feel I deserved it in the first place. But if I didn't do it again, then I would be a failure, which meant that there was never going to be a situation in which I could ever produce a video again. But I guess then the question becomes, why can't you do something and fail? And for me, I've come to realize that a big part of that is because I have this constant desire for people to like me. And I feel that failure means that people won't like me. But something that I'm trying to work on in myself is the fact that it's okay for people not to like me. It's okay for people not to like the stuff I produce, but it's also okay for people not to like me as a person. That's okay too. Something that I've learned through this process is that when you're trying to protect this carefully constructed persona, the thing that you do is you spend all of your time looking at yourself and trying to find the flaws. And when you spend all that time doing that, you will find them. Everyone has them. And what ends up happening is you just recite to yourself all the reasons why nobody could ever like you. So I guess this whole thing boils down to, I don't need you to like me. And whether that was something that I needed to hear and just get off my chest, whether that was something you needed to hear, or whether someone needed to hear that in relation to somebody else, what I really need to do is like myself. And as long as I try to protect that persona and I associate my job with my identity and my value as a person with the least number of failures that I have in my life, that's not going to happen. So, moving forward, I'm going to fail. And I'm going to try stuff. And I'm going to fail again. But there's a lot of things that I want to do, and I'm tired of being scared to do them. I generally don't like to be a super serious person. I wish there were some jokes that I could throw in here to make it less of a, I don't know, snooze fest. But I also just said how I was thinking. And sometimes that's nice too.